Hey guys, Harrison, I'm back at it once again with a brand new video for you, and welcome to episode 7, I think, of our MotoGP 13 career mode Let's Play. Last time around, we actually won a race for once around Assen and had a push hard race in Catalonia, which involved technical problems, unfortunately. But in this episode, we're getting ready for round 8 as we get the bus back down to Germany for the Sachsenring. As we're already halfway through the season. How about that? Because remember, Moto3 bikes do not do a race around Laguna Seca, so the championship is actually one race less around here. Going off the previous episode, we're having a technical issue. What I've done is I'm taking off technical problems for everybody. They just don't happen in MotoGP. Okay, it's like maybe 2 out of every 100 bikes get technical problems. It's such a fluke when it happens in today's MotoGP that it's just no point me even having it on. I will, however, keep bike damage on at light for the time being. But everything else I'm just going to keep on. Okay? Gotcha. So, Sachsenring. Time for round 8. It's also getting bummed as I'm seeing like a lot of tweets on my phone from like Ryan, LED3, Mini Cheddars, F1 Racing Mad, and Rapid Scorpion, all talking about their race of champions, which I might be commentating on in the future. Bear that in mind, folks. Apparently, it's going to be some penalty points on the line for around the corner, which is going to be interesting because that will be back after Spa. Anyway, we're down to Dresden in East Germany at the Sachsenring circuit. It's a shame Germany doesn't get more love around here when it comes to MotoGP, because they have like better racetracks. I'm not gonna lie, I'd love to see MotoGP bikes do the Nürburgring, but I think the track's probably too bumpy and undulating for it. Hockenheim wouldn't be bad either. I'm not that keen on this circuit, to be honest with you. It's very technical though. It's pretty rewarding to drive on, I must say though. Anyway, it is the Grand Prix of Germany. And here is the Sachsenring circuit. Well, it is not one of, it is the shortest track on the calendar if you're not in MotoGP. It's just 3.6 kilometers long, and it is one of the heaviest tracks on one side of the tyre. As you can tell, it runs clockwise. Only 3 right-handers though, but there are 10 corners that run to the left because it kind of goes back out on itself. It's a really unique track like that. And also, the great thing about this track, there is a ton of places to pass people around if you're aggressive enough, which you have to be on a track this short. The downhill straight into turn 1, probably your most ideal place to pass. The long sweeping hairpin at the start of sector 2, definitely another viable spot to pass if you're good enough on the brakes. Down the backside of the hill after the long sweeping downhill left-hander into the start of sector 3 is another solid place to pass somebody around. Then up and down what's known as the waterfall towards the left-hander to start the final sector of the track. One of the probably the fastest place on the track. MotoGP bikes are hitting 160 miles an hour down there. And finally, the last corner, which is uphill and blind, one of the most tricky corners on the whole track, which leads back out onto the opening straight. It's a great little track when it comes to watching, not so much for driving, but that's the Sachsenring circuit. So yeah, I'm looking forward to having fun with this one. However, like I said, because it's the shortest track on the calendar, I've got to be really aggressive to have a chance of winning this one from the back. I know a lot of guys in the last episode were saying, "Oh, Dre, it's not realistic, and you know, why are you starting from the back and then winning anyway? You're too good," and blah blah blah. One, realistic difficulty isn't really realistic. That's the first thing to bear in mind. Number 2, if I qualified for every race and then tried to win it, it would be really boring because I would win every race from pole every time, and you guys don't want to see that. If you look at the championship so far, I think there's only 7 points covering the top 4 with me in it. So this league's competitive, and the settings I'm running right now are working, because cracking that top 3 or 4 at the front of the field is blatantly obvious because they're way better than anybody else on the field, without any doubt. That's for sure. I'm just gonna bring the gearing down a little bit because this track is, it's not got long straights at all. It's better just to have a high acceleration setup. But yeah, remember what I said, there's now 29 bikes, which makes this mode even harder when it comes to face value, so bear that in mind. I'm doing this the whole running from the back and not qualifying because I want to make videos as short but as entertaining as possible. Like me qualifying on pole and then winning every race, you know, every race would be half an hour long and probably really quite boring. At least this way you get more interesting gameplay. And it's more of a challenge for me as well. And I don't like particularly making long videos. You guys don't seem to mind, and you guys are pretty loyal as I passed like 6 people through that corner, which is beautiful to watch on this wet track. Just one of those things where I know you guys are very patient. You guys seem to like the longer videos, so I'll keep making them. You know, I've not got a reason to change as the rain starts to come down again. This one I thought the track was drying out. It seems to be not really. In case you haven't realised, when it comes to riding in this game, from a pure gameplay standpoint, I love this track. The Sachsenring is one of my favourite tracks. I'm really good around here. I really enjoy it. It's perfect for Moto 3. I'm not such a big fan of it in the top class because you've got to react really quickly and it hurts your hands to play it like this, to be honest. But oh, he just goes off and I go off. Oh dear. That didn't go according to plan. I thought I had him there, but I put a wheel on the grass and then that just stunted everything there. That's better. That's much better. We're going to get this Volga on the top runner who's not on a KTM. Oh. Buck's got in the way a bit there as Vasquez comes back through. And Carrie Wood wants to come, well, CC's wants to come back through, and he will. Just got to keep pushing hard here because I'm kind of under the gun here to try and pick this field up as quickly as I can. And now Marquez wants to move and he will get it. I was too slow around that corner. I'm better on the cutback though, but this is where I'm really good. This downhill, left-hander here, right past some people last time, but I can't get through this pack. Don't know what's going on here. It's like when the track was drying out, I was quicker, but now it's raining again and the rain's coming down. It's like I'm a bit weaker again. I don't get it. Okay. I'm really fast coming out of that corner, though. That was nice. This will pick a few people off. That's nice. Up through the waterfall. That's perfect. Needed that badly. Oh, it's really late on the brakes, but made it stick. Back up to where I was with Volga last lap. Whoa, 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 whoa. Vasquez hit me there. Wasn't too keen on that. Got to be more aggressive on the throttle coming out of that corner for sure. I know I can do better than 6th. 28.2 from Vinales in the lead. I think I did a 28.9 roughly on that last lap. I was actually a 29.4. It's not as bad, but these guys are still passing me, which doesn't make any sense. If I had the second fastest lap last time around, how can like all these guys be keeping up? I don't get it. They're not all on the same top level bike. It's a bit weird. Come on, Dre. Let's go. Got one last chance here to make it up through the field. Okay, it looks like the top 4's out of the question. Top 3's out of the question. Let's see if I can get 4th here. Again, we'll get the nice run coming down to the waterfall, which literally is a waterfall at this point, considering how much standing water there is around. Got half a chance on Volga if I brake ridiculously, but I don't think I'm going to get him. Yeah, I nailed that corner though. It's just didn't give myself enough room there. And yeah, Rins takes the win. Vinales second. Lewis Salom third. Volga fourth. I finish in fifth. See, that's the problem with a track like the Sachsenring. I really should probably have ran more laps. But you know, for those who say the game is too easy for me, the top runners on hard are more than a match. Like, they can match me on most of the tracks in the game. So 5th place isn't bad. It's going to put me further behind in the championship. Now, as you can see, there's only 14 points off behind that X-Ring. So people will say that, oh, you know, it's too easy. I'm making it more difficult for myself. Like, seriously. And despite that, you're getting a really competitive championship. So how bad is it really? There's a thought for you. Anywho, I think we got time for one more. So let's take one more, shall we? So try and gain more fans, and you know, these guys are having lofty objectives. They're expecting me to win every single race. It's a bit steep. So we're gonna see what's gonna happen here. Man, tired as well. Jeez. So as you can see, we skip Laguna Seca, which would normally be round 9. If you're in MotoGP, you'll go to Laguna Seca, but if you're in Moto 2 and 3, they don't go to Laguna Seca as a racetrack. So now we go to Indianapolis for round 10. Even though it's technically 9 for us, but whatever. Also, while this whole thing loads up and when I check things out, got the news today that Stefan Bradl will be staying with the LCR Honda team for next year, which is good news for LCR. Like, Bradl is good, so I thought he was going to be one of the front runners to maybe take Danny Pedrosa's seat if he gets the chop. So you know, we got to wait and see what happens. But even so, I think Bradl was a top contender for that seat. So Bradl will stick around, which is going to be interesting. And now Cal Crutchlow also kind of revealed why he's going to Ducati. I think he made it clear on their website that he did it for the money. More so the bike. He says he's not sure where the bike is going to be, but the money on the table was way more than what he was getting at Tech 3, which is not surprising because Ducati's a factory team. They're going to pay their riders good money. So who knows what Ducati are going to do as a bike, as a manufacturer for now, but the money that they threw at Cal was also just too much to turn down. Anywho, we're going to Indiana and Indianapolis, some of the homes of bikes, as some of the roads are named after the bikers themselves. Valentino Rossi has a street name down there. As we head to Indianapolis Motor Speedway, the Brickyard, the home of American motorsport, over 100 years old. This place steeped in history, and once a year, the bikes come out. It's good to see the Brickyard's still intact, and yeah, I love this place. I think it's a great little track, and one of my best friends is actually from Indiana as well, which is kind of nice. But yeah, welcome to the Red Bull Indianapolis Grand Prix. Speaking of which, here is the circuit. Now, long-time Formula 1 fans will quickly recognize, yeah, they're going the other way around, and they don't actually have the big chunk of oval which you would normally get in Formula 1 terms on the back. They go the other way around. They have an infield section as well. This is still one of the shorter tracks on the calendar though, but as it runs anti-clockwise, there are now 10 left corners compared to just 6 on the right. One thing I will say about this track, which is interesting, don't let the overtaking hotspots diagram here, I should say, fool you. This is one of those rare tracks where you can pass just about anywhere if you're good on the braking, and if you follow the race in line and stick your front nose in where the opponent can't get there first. But some of the most viable spots, I'd ignore the first corner. That's one for the ridiculously brave. I'd say your best shot is where they're showing now, the start of Sector 3 after the back straight into the long flowing left-hander under braking. There's probably your best chance to pass somebody. There's a couple of nice little switchback chicanes in here as well, which is definitely viable as well. Just watch out for that last section as well. A couple of guys in MotoGP went off crazy there last year, like Casey Stoner and Nicky Hayden. That same crash probably killed Casey Stoner's chances of winning that world title that year. But yeah, that is the Indianapolis circuit. It's been around on the calendar now. This is the 5th year in a row it's been on the calendar. It's only been around since 08. in terms of MotoGP being there. But obviously, you know, we've had Formula 1, you know, obviously NASCAR, IndyCar, you name it. When it comes to four wheels, it's probably been in the Brickyard at some point. And I really want to win around here because I do like Indianapolis as a track. I'm not so sure about the infield section there. I'd rather we just do an oval because that's just cool than that, but the G-forces for bikers would be insane. Looking like it's overcast, no actual rain though, which is kind of nice. I just find it weird that the track is 54 degrees when it's overcast. Yeah, well. This game and logic, they don't really put two and two together sometimes. Okay. Let's go to the track and see what we can do here. I've got to do better than 5th this time. I like Indianapolis. I'm frustrated about what happened there at Sachsenring. I thought I had a chance of winning it if I just got a little bit more consistency out of it. I was pretty bad on the last sector. The last sector I was slow, and that's what killed my chances really, because I was fast in sector 3. That's for sure. But let's see if we can pick these guys off quick, and let's see if we can work our way up through the field. I try not to break down this bit either, as the frame rate drops a little bit. But I try not to break down that first corner. I just try to let go of the throttle really, and just use the bike's natural grip. Also, be careful to make sure you don't endo on that little chicane there, because you could really do that under braking and just stick your front wheels out there a little bit, and then next thing you know, you're high siding it over the top of the bike, and you don't want that, obviously. I don't know why the frame rate is lower than normal. It's the first time I've seen it like this in a MotoGP game, which is kind of unfortunate. Hopefully it's not too bad when you're watching it back to yourself, but yes, that's much better now as we get a nice run out of the corner and come through maybe 4 or 5 bikes here up to 8th place. Going around the outside of Alex Marquez, no, not quite. But try and get the cut back here. Going a little wide, there's a double apex here. Past Marquez, round Vasquez, there we go. We get him to hold off for a second there on the brakes, and he had to give up the corner. Next up, Kari Rudin up there. Under the 4 Red Bull KTMs on the field now, I suppose. Oh, bit wide coming out of there. Touched the wall, but we're okay. Gonna lose a little bit of speed coming up here, which could be a problem. Maverick Vinales down in 4th. The front 2 have completely broken away. Alex Rins there up the top leading the race, as Kari Rudin just passes me for no particular reason. That breaks a little bit. I was coming in there faster than I thought, actually. Volger and Vinales got them both. That's nice. Oh, yeah. Seal the deal. Vinales high sides it. There you go. And Kari Rudin went down as well. That could be big for the championship if Vinales just goes down like that. Now, can I catch up? I'm 2 seconds behind the front 2 of Louis Salom and Alex Rins. Trying hard here now as the frame rate again has a drop. Not pleased about that. It's the first time I've seen it happen in this game as well. But it gets better once it goes into the straight, which is kind of weird, but I'm definitely feeling it this race. I'm liking where the bike is this time around. I've already taken a second out of that advantage that Salom has over me, as these two are going at it hard here. Salom trying to go down the inside here. Rins has the line. Rins keeps the place. Here I come. Oh, Salom goes down. That's on my. That's on me. Team's going to be pissed with me when I get back into the garage. I feel like with Sebastian Vettel at Turkey 2010 all over again. Get the power down a little bit earlier than Rins does, but I think Rins in a drag race is going to outdo me here up the front straight. I'm just going to draft him here and see what we can do. See, we're way ahead of everybody else. It's us two and then there's everybody else. That is under turn 1. A little bit of contact there, but we got it. Whoa, almost endo it there a little bit, but We keep it upright. That's one of the tightest corners on the whole calendar. My God, it's so hard to get that one right. One wrong wheel out of place and you're toast around there, I'm telling you. But this is looking good now all of a sudden. I seem to like the American tracks around in this game. You know, we won around the Circuit of the Americas quite convincingly. And looks like we could be bringing them the W again here in Indianapolis. But for some reason, the frame rate drops are only in this section of the track, and I have no idea why that is. Rins there is about 8 attempts back. We need this W really bad, and Vinales is further down the field. We need this one. Oh, whoa, whoa! High sided it under braking there. Kids, lesson in MotoGP. If you're going to brake, try and brake in a straight line, if you can help it. If you brake to the side, there's a chance of that high side happening, and you don't want that. It was a bit naughty of me to use in a flashback like that, because to be honest, Salem's actually gone back up to 30, past Volga on the way down, so damage limitation for Louis Salom there by the looks of things. But sorry for the rewind use there. I tried to avoid using them if possible, but I'm not taking the win away from myself here on this one. I'm sorry. I need W. Bit of endo action there, but back on the power nicely there, and we're going to take the W in Indianapolis. We needed this one for the championship, and we will get it in style. I would wheel it, but I'm going way too quickly. And there it is, a win at the Brickyard. It's just as the rain starts to come down. Woo! Needed that one bad. Get the win. 2.5 seconds out of Rins, and Salom finished in 3rd. Vinales down in 6th. That definitely comes in handy. And with that, I am now just 9 points behind Alex Rins in the championship lead. Only a point behind Louis Salom as well. So that was a good result for us. It could not have gone much better if we had tried, really. That will definitely do nicely. Ooh, unlocked NGM Mobile Forward Racing. That's Moto 2. So yeah, awesome win. Needed that one bad. But what question for you guys in the comments watching? If you've made it this far, ask me a question, MotoGP wise, and as the podium glitches there for some reason. Yeah, I just want to say as well, thanks everybody for watching. But if you've got any questions you want me to answer on MotoGP in my next video, just drop the words "Ask Harrison" and then your question. If you've watched all the way to the end, that's my reward. I'll answer your questions next video. And let me know who you think might take Danny Pedrosa's seat if he's let go from Repsol Honda if he doesn't win the World Championship this year. I'd love to hear what you guys have to say. In the meantime, I've been Harrison101. Thank you very much for watching, and I will catch you all next time. Sayonara.